Hi, Bonnie Barker, BonnieBayCrochet.com, and this is video number 4 of the Aran Hearts Throw. Okay, I wanted to give you a bigger picture here, show you what we've done so far. And at the end of the last video, I gave you this assignment to do one more of the arrow row sequence with the low front ridge, arrow, low front ridge, and some single crochet rows in between there. So this is what you should have as we begin video number 4. This is the video where we're going to start working on the central heart, the popcorn heart motif. Okay, so go ahead and grab your hooks and yarn and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now we're starting with rows 66 through 69. So that would be 66, 67, 68, 69. That's 4 rows. And it says simply chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch across and then turn. Before we even begin to do any stitches, let me remind you that this is the section where you need to change to the smallest hook. In my case, I'm using a size I. If you've chosen to use different sizes hooks than what this pattern calls for, make sure that you're using the smallest of the 3 hooks. Okay, so we're simply going to single crochet in each stitch across. Okay, so rather than me do this is going to be really boring for most of you. I'm going to go ahead and do the 4 rows of just straight single crochet across. Again, our stitch count is still 182. Nothing has changed there. So let's go ahead and do that, and then I will show you what I have when I come back. Alright, now that we have finished our 4 rows of single crochet, we are going to chain 1. And we're going to begin row 70. This is the row that begins the heart popcorn motif down the middle of the afghan. Okay, so it says to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet in the first 16 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go ahead and finish this and be right back. Finish my 16 stitches, but I'm going to go ahead and verify that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I have my 16 stitches. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to popcorn in the next stitch. So it'll be 4 stitches worked in the same stitch. Remember, we lift the hook there, make a loop, go into the first of the cluster, first single crochet, pull the loop through, and make a nice chain 1 there. Now we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to popcorn in the very next stitch, right next to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull up the loop. Make sure we get the single crochet that begins the popcorn and not the little spacer there. It'd be easy to confuse those two. Pull it nice and tight. Now we're going to single crochet in the next 18 stitches, and this will be establishing the pattern that we follow throughout this row. Okay, I've lost count, so I'm going to go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And just to be safe, I'm going to go back and recount that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You don't have to worry too much about recounting on the following rows that we do with the hearts, but this is the foundation row that's establishing, the location of the hearts. So we want to make sure that we have those evenly spaced, or it will show when we finish this. Okay, so we're going to do a popcorn in the next stitch. And I'm going to pull that closed. I'm going to single crochet in the next stitch.
and popcorn in the next one, 2, 3, 4, like so, and pull the loop through. And I'm going to do another 18 stitches. So that is the pattern for this row. I'm going to go ahead and complete this row, and then I'll show you the last part of it. Okay, I finished the last 2 popcorns for the last heart on this row, and I'm going to just single crochet to the end, which will be 16 stitches and not 18. So it's like 16 we started with at the beginning, and then there should be 18 between each heart, but the spaces at the end there will be 16. You should have started a total of 8 hearts for this center motif, and this is what I'm going to recommend you do. Okay, so I've finished the 16 stitches all the way to the end, but let's go back and let's just verify that we have 2 popcorns for each beginning of each heart, and that we have 8 hearts. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, why do I do that? Well, I have actually done this row a number of times, and once or twice I have actually only put 1 popcorn in place instead of 2, and then have to come back and rip out 1 or 2 rows, and that's never fun. So that ends row 70. So let's go on to row 71, which is going to be a fairly easy row. Okay, so row 71, we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, or turn at the end of row 70, and then chain 1. However, let's go ahead. Yeah, and so now we're going to single crochet in each stitch across. Turn. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you. You know how to do that, but let me show you what happens. I'll go through these first 16 stitches here. I just want to make sure that when we get to the popcorn stitches that you're not adding single crochets. That's also a common error whenever you're working with popcorn. People have a love-hate relationship with popcorn stitches in crochet, because sometimes it's a little tricky keeping the stitch count just right. Okay, so we are making sure that we single crochet in each stitch. So in the single crochet here. Now, this is the back of the popcorn, and it could easily look like 2 stitches. I'm just going to single crochet in the chain 1 space, like this. And then I'm going to single crochet. I'm not going to single crochet there. That's part of the popcorn. Then I'm going to single crochet in the next, that single crochet spacer, and then single crochet in the top of the next popcorn, like so. And again, I'm not going to crochet here because that is not really another stitch. That's still the popcorn. And then I'm going to go to the single crochets. Now, one way you can check this as you're going across to make sure you're not adding stitches is, you know that there's a 16 count here. Then you're going to have the 3 stitches here. Then you know you're going to have 18 stitches in between the popcorn hearts. So I hope that's clear. I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and then I will be back to show you the next row of the popcorn heart. Now, beginning row 72, we're going to chain 1, and this time we're going to single crochet in the first 15 stitches. So I'll go ahead and do the 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get some more yarn here. 7, 8, 9. Whoops. I didn't like that. I'm going to pull those out. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I'm going to check again. I'm going to verify this number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Now we're going to popcorn in the next stitch. It's 4 stitches in the same place. And make sure we go into first of the 4 stitches of the cluster, chain 1, and then we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to popcorn in the next stitch, and we're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and then popcorn in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, got some yarn trouble here. Okay, 4, and let's finish that popcorn. Okay, let me show you what we have so far. Okay, now we are going to single crochet in the next 16 stitches. So those are going to be our repeat numbers. So we're going to have 16 stitches this time. Notice that it is becoming a lower number. Okay, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, if you count your numbers and you end up like here, right on top of this next popcorn, then you know you've counted too many, so you can verify your stitches. You should be 1 before the single crochet that's right on top. So I'll go ahead and do this again for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then single crochet. And then this popcorn should be right in between these stitches here. It should be alternating. Just like so. And then one more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and give the assignment before I get back to you. We're going to do 16 stitches in between, and then we're going to do the popcorn, single crochet, popcorn, single crochet, popcorn. Okay, all the way across. And when we get to the end, we're going to single crochet in the last 15 stitches and then turn. And then we're going to do row 73, which is essentially the same as row 71, which is chain 1 and then single crochet in each stitch across and then turn. So once I've done the rest of row 72 and row 73, which again is just that single crochet row, I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've finished rows 72 and 73, we should have a cluster of about 5 popcorns where our heart is forming here for the center motif. Okay, starting with row 74, we chain 1, and it says to single crochet in the next 14 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And you should be just one stitch away from the one that's right over the popcorn. So this one stitch away. We're going to do a popcorn there. Let me read the pattern. It says 2 popcorn in next stitch and then single crochet in the next stitch. We're going to do this 3 times. So we're going to do a popcorn, which is 4 single crochets in the same place. And then we're going to pull this extra loop tight. That's 1. And then we do a single crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to do a popcorn. Also notice it's going to be in between these 2 popcorns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a chain 1. And then a single crochet in the next stitch. So we have 2. And then we're going to do 1 more repeat. Do a popcorn here. And then a single crochet. Okay, now I've done 3 repeats. Now after the repeated section, which is inside the brackets, it says popcorn in next stitch. Okay, so we're going to do 1 more popcorn here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's complete this popcorn. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So that would be your popcorn section. And after that, it says to repeat from the asterisk. Okay, if we go back to the asterisk, it says single crochet in the next 14 stitches. So for this row, you have 14 stitches here. You're going to have 14 stitches in between the popcorns as well. So that's at least consistent for this row. So we're going to do 14 stitches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we're going to do it all over again. Okay, I'll do this one more time with you. 1, do a popcorn here with our 4 single crochets, pull up a loop, pull it through. And then we do a single crochet in the next stitch. You know what? I don't like the way that came out, so I'm going to redo that. Sometimes this yarn does get a little bit splitty. Most acrylics will do that. Even some wool as well. Just depends on how it's spun, but it's not to be worried about. But you can just pull it out, thankfully, and re-crochet it. Okay, and then popcorn. Make sure that these popcorns are in between the last popcorn row. Okay, if they're not doing that, then something's not right. You need to, see the way these are in between these 2. If they aren't coming out that way, then maybe you need to stop and take a look at your stitch count, or reevaluate what you're doing and correct it somehow. If you ever have any questions and you're really bogged down with any of these rows, you may email me at bonniebay@me.com, and I will try to answer your questions, or you can contact me through the YouTube site. So now I'm just going to continue. I'm going to do 14 stitches, and then I'm going to continue this popcorn row all the way across. And then after I finish row 74, I'm going to do row 75, which again is just, I'm going to be coming back the other direction and just putting a single crochet in each stitch. Now you want to be careful, again, I've said this before, but make sure you only put 1 single crochet at the chain 1 of the popcorn, and then you crochet in the single crochet in the chain 1 in the single crochet. don't put any stitches in between that extra little space when the popcorn is formed. If you do that, you're going to be adding stitches and it's going to really mess up your stitch count, and it's going to be hard to get this thing going straight. Okay, well, after I finish row 74 and 75, I'll show you the next row. Okay, after the end of row 76, the heart section, popcorn section, should look like this. Okay, now we're going to begin row 76. Okay, we are going to chain 1, which I've already done, and we are going to single crochet in the next 13, or in the first 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, now the pattern says popcorn in the next stitch and single crochet in the next stitch. And that information is in brackets, and we're to do that 3 times. So we're going to do a popcorn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets, and close that popcorn up, and then a single crochet in the next stitch, which happens to be right above the popcorn, and another popcorn stitch, 2, 3, 4, and close that popcorn up. That's 2, and then a single crochet in the next stitch, and 1, 2, 3, okay, that's 3, and then a single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, and now we're going to do an additional popcorn, because after the bracket it says popcorn in the next stitch. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have 4 popcorns. Okay. Okay, now after that it says to single crochet in the next 14 stitches. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do 14, just like the last row. 14 stitches in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then from this point we're just going to repeat what we just did. We're going to do popcorn, single crochet, popcorn, single crochet, popcorn, single crochet, then an additional popcorn, and then 14 single crochets. We're going to do that all the way across. And I'm also going to do row 77, which again is another chain 1 and single crochet in each stitch across. Again, remember, make sure you just do 1 single crochet in the popcorn and then in the single crochet. 1 in the popcorn, 1 in the single crochet, so we're not adding any more stitches. Okay, I finished these 2 rows, and I'm going to show you what I have. I'm also wanted to mention at the end of row 76, that's the row with the popcorn, you would have 15 single crochets at the end of that row. And then when we crochet row 77, which is just all the single crochets, this is what you should have. Okay, this officially ends video number 4, and video number 5 will continue this heart motif. See you then.